Alrighty, students, today is Friday, April 3rd. I'm just going to be going over the review really quick. So, also in some other news, come Monday, any missing assignments are going in as zeros. Now, you can make them up, but I'm putting zeros in the grade book starting Monday. It is your responsibility to make sure that you find, that you turn in work. Also, I'm still missing about 30 kids from Google Classroom. I know we had to switch because Power School went out. But please remind your friends that they need to join the Google Classroom, okay? So, let's talk about the review. Question 1, name 7 benefits of physical activity. All right, so when you get physically active, what are things that happen to your body that are a benefit? Well, your heart gets healthier, so you have less risk of cardiovascular disease. Your high blood pressure goes down if you have high blood pressure. You're less likely to get high blood pressure. Okay? You're less likely to develop diabetes. It makes diabetes more manageable also. You're less likely to become overweight or obese. All right? You get to a more desirable, healthy weight. Okay? These are all kinds of benefits. There's so many things you can say. I had you list 7. When I give you this test come Monday, it's not going to be a problem. 2, name 2 activities that would be considered moderate physical activity. In order for it to be moderate physical activity, it has to be a certain intensity. How do we gauge that intensity or something that's easy to understand? Well, if you're able to sing while doing it, it's not intense enough, okay? You can sing while walking. Walking is a great start to physical activity, but we want to get at least 20 minutes of moderate activity. So, go from a walk to a jog. Try to maintain that for 20 minutes. Why? Because you can't sing while jogging, okay? That means that your heart is working out, your heart and lungs are working hard enough to keep providing you oxygen. That singing would waste that oxygen. So if you're jogging, you can't sing, but you can talk. If you can talk, you're okay, but if you can sing, it's not intense enough. 3, what does FIT stand for? Not F-I-T, it's F-I-T-T. Frequency, intensity, time, and type. 4, what are the 5 components of health-related fitness? These are the 5 things that you need to be relatively good at to have a good quality of life, and that is cardiorespiratory endurance, muscular strength, muscular endurance, flexibility, and body composition. You need these 5 areas of your life to be healthy. 6, skill-related fitness. These are the things you don't really need to be healthy, but they'll make you good at sports. Agility, speed, power, coordination, balance, speed, power, agility, coordination, balance. What am I always forgetting? Oh, reaction time. And reaction time. I had slow reaction time there. 6, calculate the heart rate for a training zone for an individual who's 20 and wants to work out between 70 and 80%. So what you do is you take the number 220. Always take the number 220 and subtract the age. So this guy is 20 years old. 220 minus his age, which is 20, is 200. Then we multiply that by 70% and 80%. So 200 times 0.7, which is 70%, is 140. 200 times 0.8 is 160. Okay? 0.8 is 80%. When you have a percentage, you got to move the decimal over to get the number. Okay? Define the following terms. Overuse injury. An injury that happens because you overuse something. So baseball players commonly throw the ball like every day, and they're going to have shoulder issues usually. Okay. Micro trauma, a small injury that develops into a larger injury. Bruise, we know what a bruise is. It's black and blue discoloration of the skin. Muscle cramps. Okay, we know what muscle cramps are. That's when you're running and you're either lacking a certain mineral or in your body. Okay, and then it causes the muscles to like tighten up. Strain, that is when you stretch a muscle past how far it's supposed to go. Your arm is not meant to bend backwards, all right? You will tear muscles if that starts happening, also probably some bone damage. Shin splints, those are pains in the front of the leg used from usually that cross-country runners and get because they're constantly running on their legs, all right? And it beats up the shins. Sprains, all right, this is when you stretch a ligament, all right? So there's things that attach your bones, all right? There's ligaments all in here. They don't move, they just hold things in place. And when you stretch those past point, like an ACL and MCL, that's what we're talking about. You stretch it past point. Fracture, that is when you break a bone. Tendinitis. Itis means inflammation, tendon means tendon. So tendinitis is inflammation of the tendon. Traumatic brain injury, these are anything from concussions to anything worse than that, all right? Any type of injury to the brain is called a traumatic brain injury. Myopia, nearsightedness. Hyperopia, farsightedness. Astigmatism, blurry vision. Conjunctivitis, inflammation of the eye. Gingivitis is inflammation of the gums. Wisdom teeth, those are the teeth in your back of your mouth that grow and have to get removed. Okay, those are all those. Those are easy. What are 2 health risks from not getting enough sleep? Well, if you don't get enough sleep, your chances of death increase. And it's not because like you're gonna die from not sleeping. It's because people who have jobs or operate vehicles or they work next to heavy machinery, if they don't get enough sleep, they find themselves in a lot of accidents. All right. We look at semi drivers. A lot of the times, when somebody in a semi hurts somebody else, it's usually because the person has been driving for long hours on the road and not getting enough sleep, so their alertness is down, okay? Depression, agitation, poor moods, these are all things that happen when you don't get enough sleep, and there's more of those. What are 5 signs you might be lacking sleep? Well, thinking about sleeping during the day, being tired during activity, all right? Dozing off in the middle of the day or like zoning out, all right? Agitated throughout the day, all right? Once again, those are signs of a lack of sleep also. Name 5 ways to improve your nightly sleep. Turn off the cell phones. Listen to soft music, not heavy metal. Gear down for sleep. Develop a routine. Go to bed at the same time every night. There's a whole bunch of things. I'm just giving you a couple of answers, and I'm hoping that you go back and look them up. All right. What are 5 parts to a medical examination? All right. When you go to the doctor, what does he do? He checks your height, he checks your weight, checks your temperature, looks in the eyes, the ears, the nose. All right. He may ask you questions about your health. He's going to ask your parents questions about their health because of health history. Just think, what does the doctor do when you go to the doctors for this question? What are 5 signs or symptoms you need to seek immediate medical attention? Well, if you're in severe amounts of pain, if your bone's facing the wrong direction, if you're bleeding from a point that you should not normally be bleeding from, like your eyes or ears, that's usually a good sign. Dizziness, chest pains that go into the left shoulder here, it's usually indicative of a heart disease. All those. What are 4 things you can do to improve your hygiene? Wear deodorant, brush your teeth. You know, we're looking for simple answers. Wash your hair, shower daily. Okay, don't overthink that one. It's stuff you should be doing daily. Let's be better at it. Okay, so that's the review. It's pretty simple and straightforward. I didn't want to spend a lot of time on this. I'm going to give you all day today, tomorrow, and Sunday to catch up on all your work. And if we have 90% of students turn in their work before Monday, there will be no test. But if 90% of you did not turn in your work, and you should go on Power School and look, we're having a test Monday. All right? I'll post the test online. Have a wonderful weekend.